The real estate market's hot, and so you're thinking about selling your house? Well, hold tight. I have 5 great tips that I think you might find very helpful to make that process go a lot smoother. And we're starting right now. Welcome back. I am Michelle Miller with Michelle Miller Realty and Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Arizona Properties. And if you are new to the channel, we talk about all things real estate as well as the Scottsdale and Phoenix area lifestyle. And if you have been watching the channel, you'll know that I recently moved. I hadn't done that in like a decade. And so I pretty much did everything wrong. So I want my mistakes to help you in the event that you are thinking about selling, in the next few months. All right, so I have a couple of tips like I mentioned. This is actually going to be a 3-part series. The first part is before you actually sell your house, things to prep. The middle will be like packing tips and things, because I did that wrong too. And then the last part is once you're actually like in your house, unpacking and all that stuff. So in the next 3 weeks, I'm gonna cover all of them. So today is before you actually sell your house, things that I recommend. So tip number 1, is your house in a trust? So if it is in a trust, first of all, make sure that the trust company, that's like in Arizona, we use a trust company or escrow company to process all of the papers. And these guys are so busy right now that things are falling between the cracks, and your mind is on moving as mine was, and I should have known better to make sure that they knew it was in a trust. Long story short, if your home is in a trust, you need to make sure that you have a bank account in the name of your trust as well. Why? Because the title company is going to make that check, your proceeds, if you're going to make money on your house, which is probably why you're selling, they're going to make that check out to the name of the trust. And so if you don't have a bank account in that name, that money is just going to sit in limbo. And I'm pretty sure you want your money and the whole reason you're selling in the first place. So make sure, open a bank account. It can sometimes take, we got ours fast track, thank goodness. But sometimes it can take a week or 2 weeks. So prepare for that, and then just make sure that you are, a name signer on the account. And then once they deposit the money, you just basically transfer it to whatever account that you want after, your proceeds are deposited when you close your house. All right, tip 2, research sources of boxes. Have you seen the cost of boxes? If you're moving a household full of stuff, that can get so expensive. So as far as packing tape and all that stuff, Amazon sells packages of that with like tape and box cutter and all that stuff. So that's an option. But U-Haul has box bundles. If you are going to do storage for some of your stuff, the storage places sometimes will take the boxes that people have discarded and they will give them back. You can they'll leave them in the lobby, like Life Storage here is who we used. They had boxes and you could get them for free, especially wardrobe boxes. They can charge you like $15-20 per wardrobe box. That adds up fast. Ask your agent. Agents always know. They have people that have just bought and they have a lot of boxes that they're unpacking. Can they provide you any resources? I mean, you can go and pick them up. It's not like your agent has to deliver them, but if they can connect you and save you some money, why not, tap that resource? So a little legwork in the advance can save you money, and then it allows you to pack, like in increments as well. All right, number 3, this is a biggie. Analyze your space. Okay, what do I mean by analyze your space? All right, especially if you're downsizing, this is critical. Go in let's say you found a place that you have bought and you're gonna go ahead and move. Go in that kitchen and count how many cabinets you will have in the new place. Now go back to your house that you're currently living in and count how many cabinets you are currently crammed stuff into. Is it the same number? Is it fewer cabinets if you're downsizing? Have an idea of what you're going into, because I kind of made that mistake. I mean, you don't really have a choice, but at least it can help you plan better. Like, of all these pans and plastic and all that, do I really need all that stuff? Same thing with your closet. I went from having a built-in wardrobe to a place without a built-in wardrobe. Now I don't even own a dresser. So that probably would have been good if I had purchased a dresser in advance. So again, let my mistakes help you move forward. All right, the other thing is, if you have a lot of stuff and you know you're going to be downsizing, then you might want to secure storage, just because it allows you to move. You can put some stuff in storage and then have a leisurely time to kind of go through some of that stuff. And there are a lot of people moving and relocating, and we had a hard time finding storage, or we got like the last couple lockers. So do it in advance so that you make sure that you can get the size that you want and maybe in the location you want, because they might not be available if you do it last minute. And to the last point, it kind of ties in with 3 and 4. Purge, purge, purge. You don't need 7 toilet bowl cleaners. I know it's so hard for us to throw stuff out. It really is. If it makes you feel better, donate it, or give it to your friends. I mean, you just, especially if you're downsizing, you just don't have the space, and it's gonna frustrate you later. And part of it is you're just gonna have to get over it. You might have to throw stuff out. I mean, because if it's just laying around your house and you're constantly stepping over boxes and you're like, it's just gonna stress you out and it's gonna irritate you. At least it did for me. So I just had to just get over it and just be like, all right, I'm gonna give this stuff away. I don't need it. I haven't worn it, all that stuff. So I hope you found these tips helpful. Like I said, this is 1 of 3 parts. So next week, we're gonna talk about the actual packing, a couple of tips that I have, things I did wrong there too, that might help you out with your next move. So I hope you stay tuned. I thank you so much for watching. My contact information is below if you have any particular questions for me. I am always happy to answer your questions, and I'd love to connect with you on social media. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.